Hello. This is the Bible in Fewer Words. This is episode 307, the book of Revelation, chapters 14 through 16. Hi, Steve.
Hi, Carol.
Pretty soon we won't be saying hi, Steve, hi, Carol anymore.
No, we won't. Well, we might, but...
We won't have to.
No.
Okay.
Revelation started. We had Jesus show up, and there was a book that had 7 seals. They started opening the seals, and bad stuff happened, and out came 7 trumpets.
Yep.
And then we went through the 7 trumpets.
And there's always something bad that happens at the last 7th thing.
Oh, there's something bad that happens to everyone. It's all bad. It's all bad news. Yeah. Something horrible happens pretty much each time.
Yeah.
And we've already gone through the 7 trumpets.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there were some interludes. John eats a book, and there's the 2 witnesses, and there's a woman clothed with the sun. There's a whole bunch of other things that happen. But basically, it's these 7 seals and 7 trumpets, and now we're going to go on from there.
Okay. We have another 7 set.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
We're kind of spoiling it here a little bit. No, we do. We have another 7. John likes 7.
Yes.
Yeah. So we're going to have 3 sets of 7. We're going to start into the 3rd one this time.
All right, chapter 14. I saw a lamb standing on Mount Zion with 144,000 who had his father's name written on their foreheads. It must have been written in a language that nobody could read, because why wouldn't they just say, it says, I'm God's chosen person.
Yeah. Hopefully it was a short name, like maybe God.
God.
Yeah. Remember, we had the marking of the foreheads, right? The
Yes.
144,000. So
That was it.
yeah. And so these are the 144,000. And verse 2 says, they sang a new song, which no one could learn, except for the 144,000 who were redeemed from the earth.
They were those who were not defiled with women because they were virgins.
The 144,000, they were Jewish men from the 12 tribes of Israel.
Uh-huh.
Well, we learn here that not only are they Jewish, but they're also virgins. Mm-hmm. And of course, they're men.
Of course they're men.
So the only people that are going to be redeemed on the entire planet, apparently, are these 144,000 male Jewish virgins.
Okay.
Which kind of leaves us out, I guess.
Yes, it does. I think it leaves out a lot of people.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what happens to them in this episode.
Okay. Verse 6. I saw an angel fly by saying, Fear God, it's time for God's judgment.
I saw another angel say, Babylon the Great has fallen, because she made all the nations drink the wine of her fornication.
That Babylon.
Yeah, and wine of fornication, that's an interesting beverage.
Yes. I don't want to think about that.
Okay.
Another angel said with a loud voice, Whoever worships the beast and receives his mark on his forehead or on his hand will drink the wine of God's wrath and be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the Lamb and angels. The smoke of their torment will ascend forever.
So if the smoke of their torment ascends forever, it sounds like they're going to be tormented forever.
Yes, it won't stop. They die and then, no more smoke going up.
Right, which is one of the big disagreements among Christians is, what do we do with hell? Is hell, does it really exist, or is it more that people just die and they don't go to heaven? Mm-hmm. Jehovah's Witnesses believe that if you don't go to heaven, if you're killed in Armageddon, let's say,
Yep.
your body's just dead and your soul is dead. You're just dead.
So it's not
right?
so bad after all.
Not so bad. But many Christians believe that hell is a torment, a torture. You're being tortured forever. And this verse seems like that would support that latter idea, right?
Yes.
That you're going to be tormented forever, and the smoke of your torment is going to go up. I guess it smells good to God or something.
A sweet savor unto the Lord.
I think so, yeah.
Okay, so tormented forever.
Forever, yeah.
Like burning, like feeling the feeling of being burned.
Well, that's usually the imagery that is given to us, but God may have more imagination than that.
Okay.
There may be other ways that you're tortured, but the idea is that you're going to be tormented forever.
Uh-huh. That's a nice thought.
Yeah, yeah.
Verse 14. I saw someone who looked like the Son of Man sitting on a white cloud with a gold crown on his head and a sharp sickle in his hand.
Yeah, that'd be Jesus, right?
Okay.
An angel came by and said, "Thrust in your sickle because the harvest on earth is ripe."
So thrust in your sickle, that means use it.
Yes, and Jesus, get up and start using that sickle.
Mm-hmm. And he thrust in his sickle on the earth.
Another angel with a sickle came out of the temple in heaven, and another angel said to the one with the sickle, "Thrust your sharp sickle because the grapes are ripe."
I didn't know that's how you harvested grapes, but...
Good point.
So...
That metaphor seems messed up.
Uh-huh.
Because you just pick the grapes and then you smash them.
Yeah, or just pop them in your mouth and eat them.
Yeah.
Verse 19, and the angel thrust in his sickle into the earth and gathered the vine of the earth into the great winepress of the wrath of God. These are colorful words that are being used here.
Yeah, that's right. And verse 20 says, and the blood came out of the winepress as high as the horses' bridles into a pool that was 600 furlongs wide.
That's a wide pool.
Now, do you know what furlong is?
Longer than a meter.
Yeah, it's about 200 meters.
Holy moly.
Yeah. So if you do the math on this, it turns out to be a pool of blood about 300 kilometers wide.
Uh-huh.
And, say a depth of a horse's bridle is a couple meters maybe.
Yeah.
If you assume it's a circular pool that wide and that deep, then you'd have a volume of 190 cubic kilometers. And since the human body has 5 liters of blood, which is 5 decimeters, right? If you do the math on that, it turns out that's about 32 trillion people.
Oh.
So it's going to need about 4,000 times as many people as exist today in order to get that much blood. It's going to be a problem because we only have 8 billion people, and he needs 32 trillion.
And he's got to take out 144,000 Jewish men.
Yeah, but
to
that's
save.
a minuscule fraction of the whole. So either John or God or whoever is responsible for these words is exaggerating, or has misrepresented the size of the pool.
Yeah.
Or God's going to have to create a lot more people in order to get this much blood. Mm-hmm. Like thousands of times the number of people. But I guess we covered that well enough.
Okay. Chapter 15. I saw another sign in heaven, 7 angels with 7 plagues, filled with the wrath of God. Oh, good. I wonder what they're going to present to us.
Yeah. I saw those who had defeated the beast standing on a sea of glass with the harps of God.
They're going to perform for us.
Yeah, they sang a song of Moses saying, "O God, you are so great. Who isn't afraid of you?"
Isn't that weird? You are so great. Who isn't afraid of you?
Yeah.
After this chapter, I think everybody is afraid of him.
I think so.
7 angels came out of the temple with how many plagues, Steve?
I'll bet there's 7.
Yeah. One of the 4 beasts gave the 7 angels 7 golden vials full of the wrath of God. This is starting to sound a little bit like Dr. Seuss.
Yeah, so now we got to go through the 7 vials. Chapter 16. I heard a loud voice coming from the temple that said to the 7 angels, "Pour out the vials of God's wrath on the earth."
So let's start pouring. The first angel poured his vial on the earth, and ugly and painful sores plagued those with the mark of the beast. Okay.
I don't know how this is going to work because didn't we already create that big massive pool of blood with all the people?
Yeah.
Oh, well.
These are extra people.
I guess so. The second angel poured his vial on the sea, and it became the blood of a dead man, killing everything in the sea.
All right. More blood.
Yeah.
The third angel poured his vial on the rivers, and they too became blood.
I think God's running out of imagination here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I heard the angel say, "You are righteous, Lord, for doing this. They shed the blood of the saints and prophets, so you gave them blood to drink."
And I heard someone else say, I'm not sure there's anybody else left to be saying things. "You are righteous and your judgments are true." The fourth angel poured his vial on the sun to give it power to burn people with fire.
The sun burned people, and they blasphemed God, but they didn't repent or give God glory.
Verse 10. The fifth angel poured his vial, and the people gnawed their tongues in pain.
And they blasphemed God because of their pain, but they didn't repent.
The sixth angel poured out his vial, and the Euphrates River dried up.
I saw 3 frog-like unclean spirits come out of the mouths of a dragon, a beast, and a false prophet.
They are the spirits of miracle-working devils who gather kings to fight on God's great day.
And then there's kind of a little parenthetical where it seems like Jesus is talking, where he says, I come like a thief. Keep your clothes on, or you might have to walk naked, and everyone will see your shame.
Does that mean everyone will see your penis? Yep.
I don't know, but keep your clothes on.
Okay. He gathered the armies together at a place called Armageddon.
Yeah, this is the only place in the New Testament where that word is used. So that's where Armageddon comes from, that you hear so much about.
Yes.
Jehovah's Witnesses like to talk about Armageddon. But other Christians do as well. There's supposed to be this big battle that's going to be the end of the world. That's where this comes from, is Revelation 16:16.
But I didn't think Armageddon was a place. I thought it was an event.
Armageddon is actually a mount, or more of a hill in northern Israel. It's Mount Megiddo, they call it. Mm-hmm. But it's really a hill in northern Israel, and there's some battles that took place in the book of Judges and 2 Kings. Yeah, there were some battles there.
Okay. The seventh angel poured out his vial, and a loud voice came out of the temple of heaven saying, It is done.
Yeah, it's kind of like it is finished, you know, when Jesus died?
Yes.
There were voices, thunder, lightning, and an earthquake.
All the islands ran away, and the mountains couldn't be found.
Great hailstones, weighing 1 talent, fell on the people. About the biggest hailstone that's ever been recorded is about 1 kilogram.
Oh.
A talent is about 30 kilograms. So it's really big hailstones.
Really big hailstones. Yeah. So a kilogram is about 2.5 pounds?
2.2.
Okay. And they blasphemed God for sending the hail.
Sounds like a reasonable response.
Yes. That's it.
That's
it for today.
Yeah.
Okay, listeners. Pretty soon you won't have to listen to Steve and I laugh.
That's right.
Anymore.
Yeah, I think we got 6 more chapters and 2 more episodes.
Yippee! Steve, thanks so much for all your work.
Sure.
Listeners, we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.